Humble beginnings. My story, my testimony.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. What another lovely, beautiful time that God has graciously given unto us. Let me begin by passing my greetings. How are you, my wonderful viewer? I know you are there. I'm here to welcome you. Thank you for tuning to your TV of choice, Look Up TV. May the Lord God bless you. This is the host of your wonderful, lovely program that you love, A Humble Beginning, My Story, My Testimony. May the Lord God bless you and do you good. My name is Bishop Dr. Ken, and I want to thank you so much for loving this program. We have been getting good interaction, and people have been texting us, calling us, telling us how they have been lifted. And I want to take this moment to offer my special thanks to you. Let me say, my wonderful viewer, it is you who have made this program to be the way it is. Thank you. And if it bless you, kindly call somebody or text somebody to tune in, and I know that God is going to bless you. Now, of course, every program is unique. Every program is special. We usually have special guests who visit us, and they come and narrate to us their story. And today, we are blessed. I will say today is one of the blessed days. We are honored to have a servant of the Lord by the name Evangelist Mary. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the studio.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yes.
We counted a big blessing for you to come. Thank you so much for choosing to be together with us. Look Up TV. May God bless you. Najua sisi tumezoea kuitana hii majina ya kibibilia, evangelist, pastors. So we are happy to have you here.
Yes.
Na najua kwamba watazamaji wako tayari. So let me give you an opportunity. I know our viewers are anxious and they are ready for you. Let me give you the opportunity to greet them and to tell them all your names.
All right. I greet you all the viewers of Look Up TV. My name is Mary Muthoni Chege. I'm an evangelist of the gospel of the Trumpet Evangelistic Ministry, and also I'm an entrepreneur. I'm the CEO of Pamoja Women Development Program. It is a microfinance firm. I'm grateful to be here, Bishop. And I thank God because of today.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow, even as you are overgrateful, you know, to get a ready like you who is busy in ministry and in entrepreneurship and in businesses is a great blessing. Because you know that you're usually busy, a lot of schedules and meetings. Thank you so much. May God bless you. Welcome. This is your show, and we are ready for you, and we are waiting for you. Now let's begin by knowing Evangelist Mary Muthoni. Where was she born, or did she come from heaven?
All right. I've said my name is Mary Chege, and I was born in a place called Gatundu. Yes, where our Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta come from. So
DNA of Gatundu.
So my DNA come from Gatundu. Yeah, I was born by a single mother. I was born alone. So I'm a child of my mother. That is why you can see I took all the milk in the breast.
No sharing.
No sharing.
Yeah.
But I thank God because after my mother got sick, she passed on. But I thank God because there was somebody else who loved me so much. And I committed my life to Jesus. When I was a young girl of class 6, I gave my life to Jesus. We used to stay with my mother. She was a businesswoman. So we used to stay in Banana Hill, where she was working in the market, and I was schooling in a school called Zimbabwe Primary. So there was a a bishop or an evangelist who used to call Bishop Margaret Wangare, the one who brought the revival in this country.
Wow.
So we used to be friends with her sister. So when we go to pray there, then we could go there in the church, find the time. That time is when the healing is taking place.
Yeah.
And when I observed it, I felt I need their God. So I purposed, I want to give my life to Jesus. And since that time, God have helped me
Wow.
to reach to this far. Yes.
Hey, you know, you have said that, and I feel there's some connection somewhere.
Yes.
Because when you say that wonderful servant, Bishop Margaret Wangare Banana,
Yes.
you know that's where I also born. I
Wow.
was also born there.
Look at
I'm
that.
also a product of a single mother.
Yes, look at that.
So when I hear that somebody is a product of a single mother,
Yes.
I connect.
Yes.
Because I know the challenges that are there when you're being brought up by a single mother.
Yes.
I thank God.
I want to tell the viewers who are watching us, and they were born, they had a single parent. You should be encouraged when you see us here, because it is only God who has a final say.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes,
That's
and we do
true.
wonders, so you can also do wonders, viewer.
Yeah,
Yes.
You used to come to that meeting. I also used to go there. I witnessed those miracles, those days of revival.
Yes.
And I know that those days are coming back.
Yes, they are coming.
They are coming back.
Because we are the product of those revivals.
Yeah.
So we know in the Bible there was regimes.
Yeah.
Where we were getting the regime of David, we got the regime of Saul, like that. So their regimes is about to be over, so that evangelist and Bishop Ken
imagine
to have the regime, which is now.
It is now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
We are living the days of revival.
Amen.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Now, I wanted to know more of evangelist
Yes.
Mary.
Yes.
And understand that you have come from Katondo.
Yes.
Where is this DNA of leadership?
Actually, that is where my mother was born. So because she was not married when she got sick, we went back to Gatondo. But actually, that is where I was born. We had just gone from Gatondo to Banana, where she was staying. So initially, I can say I come from Gatondo because the biological mother of my mom come from there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. That's great.
Yes.
And
But
now, when we connect with that DNA, I'm trying to think, did Mary ever go early days, challenges? How was your early life? Did you go through difficult? You know, many people in the early time, you go through difficult, through hardships.
I can say yes. I can attest to that. There were so many challenges.
So many.
Because my mother was not rich. Actually, she was a typical African woman. Yes. Yeah. Actually, even I can talk more, but let's talk about my mother. And my mother was not learned so much.
Okay.
And again, their family was not very rich, so they were poor. And when I was born, it was like my mother, the mother of my grandmother, felt like my mother has betrayed her. So it wasn't easy with my mother. So when she left to Gatondo, it is like she was learning away. But I thank God because my mother was telling me that when she got my pregnancy, she felt like she can abort me. But God is faithful. There was a certain lady who was her friend who spoke to her. And she started telling her, you may not know, maybe you are receiving a queen.
Yeah.
And my mother was encouraged, and she said she will give in until the time she got me. So she suffered so much with me. Actually, sometimes she was very reserved. She was not talkative like the way Evangelist Mary is. And she was helped by people to take me to school. I was schooling in the Begua Primary for a long time, up to class 7, when she started experiencing sicknesses. And it wasn't easy. We were in a rented house where we could not manage to pay, and that is why we went back to Gatondo. It wasn't easy. My mom got ulcers, and by that I had to get some fundraising so that I can go to the high school. But when I was in Banana Hill, I purpose that God will truly help me to start, because I don't want to betray my mother. Because she used to comment, and I would like to tell the viewers, it is always good to comment good things to your children. Even if you're not rich, even if you don't have many things to give them, speak good words to your children, because that is what made me to be the way I am. My mother used to testify that I don't have much, but I have a good girl. So I needed to do anything to make sure that Mama will be happy with me. So I watched my character, and I said I don't want to involve myself with bad girls. So because of the word that was spoken. So viewers, I plead with you, learn to talk well to your children, because those are the word that the children will incubate, and after incubating they will become according to your words. So Mama was very good, though very calm, but she passed on when I was doing my exam in Form 4. I went to Muthiga High School. That is where I was schooling in high school. I did very well in the school, because still I needed to prove to my mother that I'm a good girl. And I could not joke around with boys, because I needed to deliver my mother. My mother used to talk to me so much. She could not hide me anything. Even that issue of abortion, she told me herself what she needed to do. But she told me it is a wrong decision. Many times mothers hide so many things to their children, but the more you expose to them, the more they get good information that nobody else who can misread them. So because of my mother keep on telling me so many things, and some were very sensitive, it made me to be the way I am. And I said, and I purposed that I will stand firm with character and integrity. So I went to the high school, and I was a reader. I was the head girl in Muthiga High School, and I was doing very well. I was a volleyball, you know, from the day one. I was a strong girl. So, and I purposed to continue well. There I met with a patron who was called Mr. Gaku, who was the principal in Kikuyu, in one of the school in Kikuyu. And he was very good to us. He used to teach us the word of God, and he motivated us so much to pray. So I became a worshiper, and I used to pray much. So when we were there in high school, that is when my mother became more sick. I remember there was a time, because now we were used in prayers. The Lord spoke to me in the morning. I was very young. I was in Form 3, and the Lord told me to go home. And I felt that strong conviction, go home. And I went, found the matron, told her to give me permission to go home. And she told me why. I told her, just give me permission. I'm missing my mother. And she was so kind to me. And she gave me permission. When I went home, there was a house that we had rented there in Gatondo. It was near Christian church where we were going to the church. So when I went there, I found my mom was very, very sick. I think that time she could have died. But the Lord quickened me. And I came without knowing what is happening. So when I went there, I called my mother. I realized there was no water in the tap for a month in that plot. People were not concerned with one another. So my mother was not talkative. So nobody who was bothered, they were thinking my mother had left to go somewhere else because she was a business lady. So my mother was there in bed. She was talking like she is in a kilometer away. And I was like, what is this? I told God, if you kill my mother, I will never trust you again because I don't have anybody else who will get the school fees for me if she dies. And I thank God. I felt a strong conviction again to go down where the church was because it was near our house and go and pray. I went in the pulpit where the bishop used to preach, Bishop Mambo of Christian Church. I went there. I slept and I prostrated and I started praying for my mother because I look at the whole scenario. I saw there is no food in the house. There were just potatoes which were drying up and some bananas which were drying up there. The scenario was chaotic. So we went prayed. And prayed. I had somebody touch me in my hand and also in my back. I felt like it is like electrical. I had a lot of fear. I woke up. Now running away where in the pulpit to go home. I didn't know because those days I didn't know the encounters of God, the way He does things. I came to realize later. I found already God has healed my mother completely. She has gone to bed and there was water in the tap. And she has already taken those dry potatoes and those bananas, cooked them, and she's waiting for me. I could not believe it. I saw that is the God had. We talked with her right free. She told me, when you were praying for me there, somebody came and touched me. I got healed completely. I'm all right. And that is why you can see me like this. I know now you go back to school. I was so happy. So that thing ignited my faith more. And I purposed to love God much. So I went back to school. My mother was okay. She went back to the business. But after we stayed with her, then when I was in, again, Form 4, when I was about to do my exam, my mother passed away.
My wonderful viewer, this is touching. It's really touching. You can feel the humor in it. We thank God. God is the one who leads. God is the one who takes care. God is the one who upholds. We are going a short break. We are coming back and you continue to hear more. Thank you.
Humble beginnings. My story, my testimony.